Hey everybody, Kenton here with American Crypto Academy. We are here for another AMA event. And today we have Jahon, the CEO over at American Crypto Academy, and Sami over at Solar Farm Access. So before we get into this AMA, just a quick intro. None of what we share on the show is financial advice. Everything is for entertainment and informational purposes only. And we're going to get into our guest today, Solar Farm Access, which is an NFT project combining solar energy with blockchain technology. And they're sharing renewable energy benefits with their community while building a better future for all. So, Sami, it's such a pleasure to have you here. I want to give you a minute to introduce yourself. Sami, thanks for being here. Tell us about your background a little bit.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I'm very honored to be here with you guys. And shout out American Crypto Academy. Love everything you guys are doing as well. But yeah, my name is Sami Ghantous. I'm an environmental engineer. I received my degree from the University of Colorado Boulder. And I've had this kind of, very wide variety of different environmental engineering experiences. Fresh out of school, I worked as a beekeeper for a while. Really wanted to learn how to take care of pollinator habitats, take care of bees. From there, I also worked on several different regenerative farms as well. Typically with it's beyond organic regenerative agriculture, which we'll get into here in a little bit. Kind of takes regenerative agriculture even to a next step. I've worked in. Oh, are you able to hear me? Or
yeah, we got you.
Oh, okay, cool. And I have also worked at a vertical hydroponic greenhouse, growing a lot of food for students as well, and again, vertical hydroponic growing towers. Did some research for the federal government for agrivoltaics, which is a huge part of our project. So I'll dive into that here shortly. And now I currently am a solar developer. So I develop solar farms from a full-time position. I've been very passionate about crypto for a while now. My friend Kareem, who's also the co-founder of SFA, the name is Solar Farm Access. We go by SFA for short. But Kareem, the other co-founder of SFA, is who really got me into crypto and NFTs. And we kind of decided to put our brains together to, start a project together, combining both of our experiences and passions. So,
well, thank you very much, Sami. And one of the things that we love, and we've had these AMAs now going for a while, and thanks so much, Kenton, for a great introduction. So tell me, we have a lot of there's always this macro discussion, right, of where blockchain meets renewables, where the overlap is between environmental sustainability and blockchain. Sometimes there's this thought that those two concepts are at odds. That's why I thought it was really important for our community to hear about SFA and how you guys have really created sort of a layered project, it seems, that beats back the FUD for one. But can you tell me a little bit about how you might have seen some challenges in explaining that and creating this fusion between environmental responsibility and blockchain?
Definitely, and that's a great question. We actually get asked this question pretty often because basically the premise of our project in a nutshell is we're building solar farms using NFTs as well as some external investors. At these solar farms, they're going to be off-grid, meaning the energy generated will not be sold to our local electric grid. It will all be used on-site locally by us. And the energy that we generate will be used to sustainably mine different proof of work tokens. So Bitcoin is a proof of work token. At the moment, that's our main focus. That's the main cryptocurrency that we want to mine. The reason as to why there's a lot of backlash between, environmental stewardship and crypto mining specifically is that crypto mining is a very energy intensive process. It requires a lot of energy to power those crypto miners. And most of the energy that's used to power those miners aren't sourced from a renewable energy source. It's primarily people just connect to the main electric grid. And depending on where you live, that could either be fueled by coal, fossil fuels, different dirty forms of energy, I guess, is what you can call them. But so we're really trying to change that and show people that crypto mining doesn't have to be bad for the environment. You can actually live in harmony with it. And we're doing that by using the energy that we generate, again, to power those miners and the miners will be powered by 100% solar energy, not a fraction of solar energy or like 25%, 50%. It's 100% powered by solar. So not only that, these solar farms are going to be very untraditional as well. It's not just a typical solar farm. There's even backlash from the solar industry because what some solar developers do is they'll buy up acres of land. They'll basically just tear down, like prime forest or ecosystems that have lived there for generations, and then put solar panels on it and claim that that's sustainable. Well, in my opinion, it's not necessarily sustainable because you're destroying ecosystems. You're destroying the land. You're harming the soil underneath. It's not the cleanest way to do it. So what we're doing is we're not going to destroy a single tree. And instead, we're going to be integrating agrivoltaic principles. What agrivoltaics is it's the practice of combining agriculture with solar panels. So you basically grow crops underneath the solar panels. We're primarily focused on specialty crops such as hemp because they're very high value and also can provide some high quality medicine to people in the real world. But we also do plan to grow different native wildflowers and grasses underneath the solar panels. Growing these native wildflowers and grasses are really good because they provide habitat and shelter for native bee and butterfly species. The flowers that we grow will give pollen for the native bees, provide them with habitat, shelter, shade, and also resources. So that, it's a very untraditional solar farm in that regard. The reason as to why agrivoltaics is such a good idea is because there's a symbiotic relationship between the plants and the panels. What symbiotic means is that the panels benefit from having the plants underneath, and the plants benefit from having the solar panels above them. And the symbiotic relationship between the plants and the panels are that, the solar panels, since they're above the plants, they provide shading to the plants underneath them. So it allows them to be, instead of having those plants under full sun, like if those panels weren't there, they would just be blasted with the full sun all the time. The solar panels provide some shading throughout the day underneath the panels so that the plants are a lot less stressed out, and they still receive enough sun to grow properly, but you end up getting higher yields depending on what you're growing. You end up getting better quality produce, better tasting produce, and the plants themselves are a lot less stressed since they have this variable shading throughout the day. Not only do the panels help the plants grow, but the plants also help the panels generate more electricity. So basically the way that works is the plants underneath the panels, all plants release water from their leaves, like microscopic water drops, through this process called evapotranspiration. And since all plants do that, they actually, and since we're growing plants underneath the panels, those microscopic water droplets cool down the solar panels above them, which make them more efficient. So, as like your cell phone or your laptop, when they overheat and they get really hot, they end up slowing down. Your computer will start lagging a little bit. Your phone will start, processing things a little bit slower. Solar panels are the same way. Any degree over 75 degrees a solar panel gets, it starts to decrease in efficiency. So having those plants underneath the panels keeps the panels nice and cool and allows them to operate at maximum efficiency. So it's a win-win. We're growing crops underneath the panels, growing high quality medicine. We could also explore growing food, different types of crops to serve local communities, different types of herbs to, restore health to the soil underneath the panels, provide high quality organic herbs to different essential oil companies. We have land and we have energy, and that's really all that we need to really make this a very multi-venture operation.
No, it seems very multi-venture. There's so many different facets, which has got me so excited about it. I mean, I'm already thinking about solar farms honey.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally. I actually have some solar farm honey here right now. As I said, I was a beekeeper, so I've connected with a lot of beekeepers over the years, and one of the beekeepers that I've connected with actually works at a local agrivoltaic solar farm, and they harvest honey. So you're providing habitat for those bees. They're happy, and you can get honey, which then you could sell, give back to an NFT community, do a variety of different things with. So it's awesome, and I could show you the jar if you would like. It's
that is all. Yeah, I want to see the jar. Of course, I want to.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back.
Honey.
Yep, just give me like 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is awesome, huh, Ken?
We're getting a live demonstration. Okay.
But think of all the different things they're doing. They're creating sort of this harmonic ecosystem between environmental sustainability and blockchain, right?
100%. And this is honey. So it says solar grown, farm stand honey. And so this was honey that was, harvested underneath solar panels. And it's pretty interesting if we want to, dive a little bit
Powered
deeper
by the
into it.
sun and blockchain.
Powered by the sun and blockchain. This isn't power. They're not a crypto mining company. They sell their energy back to the grid, unfortunately. But I mean, that's still, not unfortunately. It's still good, for the local electric grid. But if you want to go even further, the whole agrivoltaics terminology actually differs depending on what country you're in. And in the US, they actually don't consider growing those native wildflowers and grasses. They don't consider that agrivoltaics. They've actually just recently, this past month, coined a new term for that called ecovoltaics. Whereas in Europe, they consider, growing those wildflowers and grasses agrivoltaics. So we're going to be doing ecovoltaics and agrivoltaics in harmony with each other.
So talk to me about the community thus far, because it seems like community is obviously a vital component to the entire project. How's the community growth been going? How's the reception?
It's been great. Every day we're making 1% improvements is really what we strive for, just to, grow the community, enhance the relationships that we have with our community. Our project is around 1.5 years old. So, we basically entered in Web3 and NFTs right at the end of the bull market. We got maybe just like a small little sliver of it. So, our Discord has around 1,600 people in it, very active community in general. We have 2 different NFT collections. One of them is like a solar pass collection, very focused on utility. But the solar heads collection is a PFP collection, and that's very focused on community. So in several different Twitter spaces, we'll see people rocking these solar heads. It's basically like their symbol that they're a part of this green chip NFT project, which we'll dive into that term here shortly as well. And it's been going great. We have run into some obstacles, such as, the NFT industry as a whole has just not really been doing that well over the past few months. But, we're a long-term project, and that really doesn't bother us because it just gives us some more time to build, before the bulls start.
Yeah, the NFT, I like the PFPs. They look cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the solar heads are awesome. And those were designed by our artist. His name is Biru. He actually, the first NFT I ever picked up was, he was an artist, and he has his own art collections. And the first NFT I ever picked up was one of his Baru Doc NFTs. And I was just awesome. Like, I love your art. And yeah, so he created the solar heads for us.
Where can folks go online? We talk, let's get that website up for folks, and so that we can, perfect. Yeah, there's one of the, is that one of the PFPs?
Yep. That was the solar head silhouette. That's the OpenSea. And yeah, so
that's the solar pass.
So those are the solar passes. Yep. So these solar passes are very focused on utility, and we'll get into the utility here shortly. And the solar heads are very focused on community. So see, as you can see, these are like they're just like membership cards, basically, the solar passes, and that's because they're very focused on utility. Whereas the solar heads is a PFP collection, and this is focused on community. So yeah, we're almost at halfway sold out, and which is just been an awesome journey so far, and it's really cool to just see the community grow every day.
No, absolutely. And so, like, talk to me about this term green chip.
Yeah, so there's several different types of NFTs and micro niches, I guess, and most people are familiar with blue chip NFTs. What blue chips are basically they're art-based NFTs that are very focused on high volume, like high trade volume, and tend to be worth a lot of money. Bored Ape Yacht Club is a blue chip NFT. Azuki is a blue chip NFT. There are several different blue chip NFTs out there, but green chip NFTs are a little bit different in the sense that the whole point of green chip NFTs are to build global Web3 communities through NFTs that are focused on either solving different social or environmental issues. So, a green chip NFT can be focused on giving different benefits to veterans. It could be environmental causes, such as what we're doing, building solar farms and building a renewable energy community. Some green chip NFTs plant trees. Each NFT sold, they plant trees in the real world. Other ones remove plastic from the ocean. So this actually ties into a whole other venture that we're building called the Green Chip Movement, which that's something for another day. But it's basically to really help bring attention and provide resources to green chip NFT projects, because what we've seen is that they're very underrepresented and not that many people even know that they exist. So we really like to, inform people about what green chip NFTs are and really try to spread the word about them, because they really can change the negative reputation associated with NFTs. Like when you're just walking on the road or walking on the street, you come across somebody random, say that you're involved in NFTs. First things that comes to mind are, scam, unnecessary, useless. Like, why would I spend that much money on a picture of a monkey? That doesn't have to be like that. NFTs can be used for a force of good, and we want to show people that this is the future of technology. It's not just a joke. It's not just a meme. Sure, those are in the mix of the equation, which is part of the culture, and I love it. But also, it's time that people take this technology a little bit more seriously by changing the real world through this virtual technology.
Now, some of these the solar passes have different colors. Are there different levels?
Yes. So there are 4 different colors of solar passes, and all 4 colors have the same utility, but the only difference is rarity. So there are 100 black solar passes. The black solar passes are only available through airdrops and giveaways. That first one up there is a black solar pass. You'll never be able to mint that. That's actually only available through airdrops and giveaways, like raffles and different games that we have within our community. So that's the black. Only 100 of those, and that's the rarest one. And then second in line comes the Solar Pass Blue, and that's right at the end over there. There are 500 blue solar passes, and basically these are for the mint for these blue passes are live now. There are 500 blue solar passes priced at 0.1 ETH. And basically, what's awesome is that this is the second rarest solar pass color, and this is also the cheapest mint price we will ever offer for the solar pass collection. So the reason as to why we're doing this is to basically give back to the people who are, believing in us and supporting us early on into our project by offering the cheapest mint price for one of the rarest solar passes in circulation. And then from here, so these solar pass blues are part of our pre-mint collection. We're basically just selling these blues to strengthen our foundation, basically really build our Web3 infrastructure before we go out and reach out to external investors, which we're actually currently in the process of, building the pitch deck, getting all the financial reports, permitting, requirements and everything. So that's the point that we're at right now in the project. Once we sell out of these 500 blues, we're moving on to 1,000 green solar passes. Again, we're increasing the supply and also increasing the price. And then from there, we are moving on to 3,400 orange solar passes. And that's going to, again, be a higher price and a larger supply. So again, just really trying to give back to our early supporters. The earlier that you're invested into our project, the rarer solar pass you get for the cheaper price as well.
So this isn't just NFT project with metaverse game to be built in Q3, right? You guys are building something very legitimate, very in real life, right?
Definitely, extremely.
So talk to me about you talked about expansion. You mentioned some of these growth initiatives that you're putting things together. You're looking to maybe get a capital infusion and try to put some put some infrastructure behind it. So talk to me about your medium and long-term goals for the project. What do you guys have? What are you planning for, and what can people kind of keep an eye out for?
100%. So we have several different, goals, short, medium, and long term. Within the short term, we're basically just really focused on building out our Web3 infrastructure. So we're currently building our SFA DAO and also SFA Marketplace. Those are basically 2 different community Web3 oriented
What's the marketplace?
Sorry, the marketplace is basically
I would buy merch from you guys. You guys have a cool logo.
We have some awesome merch. Actually, we just dropped some huge alpha. If you want to hop back on our Twitter, actually, we just dropped some sneak peeks of some merch that we're dropping.
Oh, really? Yeah, bring that up, Kenton.
Yeah, the merch is awesome because
that would be hot merch.
Yeah, we're doing something a little bit different with the merch. So that's actually the merch isn't. We're going to have some exclusive merch in SFA Marketplace. But the primary scope of our merch is basically we're doing something called Merch of the Month, where basically each month we're dropping a new set of merch, and it's all sustainable merch, by the way. All of the fabrics that we use are 100% cotton or 100% hemp, sustainably sourced, grown here in the U.S. And so basically each month we'll have a different theme of merch. All right. And each month, people who mint a solar pass or a number of solar heads, where the goal is like 5 right now. If you mint 5 solar heads or 1 solar pass for that month, you'll receive basically like an SFA care package. And in that SFA care package, you'll receive 1 reusable tote bag every month. You'll receive 1 piece of merch. It could be a
hold on, go
t-shirt.
back to that other one.
Oh, that's the
No,
t-shirt.
no.
So
I want the trippy one.
Oh, and also 1 sticker. So that's also one of the we have like a
I
mandala
want a
theme.
giant
That's
pack of
like,
those stickers. Those
oh
stickers
yeah,
are awesome.
they
So
are
like,
super
I hope
cool.
you guys are like gonna partner with some festivals and stuff.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that actually ties into like the longer term goals. So very long down the road, after we expand to the amount that we have like flexible funds and whatnot, we do want to basically start like a solar powered event center where it's basically just like an outdoor field, beautiful mountains in the back. People can come and basically go to different festivals. Powered by renewable energy. They'll see the solar farm in the distance and see that is what's powering the current festivities. So we do actually, that is in our long-term roadmap. Again, that's 10, 15 years down the road. At the moment, we're just really focused on building this initial first 500 kilowatt solar farm. If you actually also go into the highlights tab, which is on X, you can see the blueprints of that first 500 kilowatt solar farm. Highlights is at the top, and if you that's the first blueprint that we have. So see, like it's very realistic. It's not more than this is very attainable. The reason as to why we're starting at a 500 kilowatt system is because since we're an agrivoltaic solar farm, we have to basically move with the punches. We don't want to bite off more than we can chew. So we're just starting small and only expanding from there. So, the short-term goals are focused on building the SFA DAO, SFA Marketplace. SFA Marketplace, we're basically going to have different NFTs. We're going to have different Web3 services. We'll make you like a banner. We'll make you a custom solar head, PFP if you would like, by spending your SFA tokens. And you earn SFA tokens through staking your solar pass. So that's basically what we're focused on in the short term. In the medium term is getting this solar farm actually built, up and running. And also in the short term is that merch of the
What are
month.
you growing under there? Is that some peppers?
So this one, those were tomatoes under there. We actually didn't take that picture, but yeah, it was pretty cool. And you could also like have sheep underneath the panels, have goats, cows, a variety of different animals. And then, you could even, that's a whole other venture in itself. You can
put that in my backyard.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of really cool things planned. And once we get this first farm built, we also do want to hook it up to some EV charging ports. So basically, if we produce excess energy that we don't use from the miners, we'll have it basically some on-site battery storage and have the battery storage power the crypto miners as well as different EV charging stations so that people can come charge their EVs. And since we're a US-based project, you have to be careful with security violations, but we do want to offer some, price incentives to those who are holders if they do charge at our sites. We want to offer free or discounted EV charging if you're a solar
like a club.
So, membership club. That's all that really is.
Right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
Totally.
So,
I'm in.
Yeah, thanks.
I dig it. No, you guys like, look, I've said it before. Now that a bunch of like the obvious garbage and grifts are gone, we have some really great projects that have been doing some really great things. And you guys are on my short list of really excellent ones. So I'm
Thank you.
Thrilled to have you guys on here. I can't wait to see you when we're out in Denver for ETH Denver. And if you guys are headed to New England for any festival stuff, I got contacts in my neck of the woods. But like, I like what you guys are doing. You're taking a holistic approach. It's not like a lot of people when they have a cause, they like to create a flag, an image for it, get everyone to rally behind it for a hot moment. And that's when it dies on the vine, right? You guys have created a very thoughtful project that's multi-layered. And I know you're going to succeed, so just keep doing what you're doing. I'm
Thank
thrilled
you.
to be able to talk to our audience about it. So let's get that Twitter handle up on the screen, Kenton, one more time for folks to see.
And Solar Farm Access is the handle, correct?
Yes, at Solar Farm Access. SFA for short. And although we're only a year and a half old, we've already made some great progress with our Web3 backbone and infrastructure. But we are very transparent with this in the fact that we still have a very long way to go. And the way that Cream and I both are that we really don't like to settle. Once we get comfortable with something is once we we don't like comfort. We constantly like being pushed outside of our comfort zones. So to really do the scale of or create the scale of SFA that we envision, it's going to take a lot more time, a lot more energy, and a lot more work. But that's also that's also the beauty of tying a Web3 community with these types of projects, because our community is going to be growing with us. Their NFTs are going to be growing with the solar farms as we develop more, as we scale larger. Our community will be with us through every step of the way, and that is really what we think Web3 should be about, and why we're so passionate about it. So
no, absolutely, and like the organic communities, not the ones that are saying, "Hey, you should be in this community," trying to sell it. You guys
right.
have a very common cause, and it seems like what you have is very pure, true, and organic. And I wish you guys nothing but the best, and we're going to help you any way that we can at American Crypto Academy.
Yeah, thank you, and us as well. We're huge on education, and we'd love to help you guys out in any way as possible as well. I'd love to attend some conferences, speak on behalf of American Crypto Academy if you're not able to make it here in the West. Whatever, any ways we can collaborate, we'd love to.
Well, I sense some definite collabs headed down our way. So thank you very much. Kenton, what a great AMA, what a great show, what a great project, right? We keep on delivering the hits, and we're thrilled that we had Sami come on today to be able to talk to our audience about this.
Yeah, Sami, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the great just banter back and forth. It was awesome to learn about Solar Farm Access and all that you guys are doing. And one more shout out to make sure to follow them, Solar Farm Access on X. And if you want to know exactly what it looks like, it's this profile right here. Look for
right then and there. And if someone wants to ever talk to you, have that conversation of like, what do NFTs do? Or like, crypto's bad for the environment. Any of that nonsense. Point them to SFA.
Yes, please do.
Beats back all of that FUD real quick, real fast with something really awesome. So thanks very much, Sami. Thanks to everybody at SFA. Don't forget to check those out to our folks at American Crypto Academy. We will catch you next time for our AMA. The next Tuesday, Ken. We'll keep you guys updated on our X profile. We typically do these on Tuesdays around 2 p.m. Eastern. So follow us on X as well, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks so much, everybody.
Have a great day, guys.